much more well-rounded performance you'd like to take into the All-Star break?
We needed that one. That was, Mitch, again, did a phenomenal job. Pitched deep into the game, gave us a chance, and ended up against one of the best closers in the game. Being able to come through there late was huge. And, for Fergie, Santana, Bednar, they've been so strong for us to keep us in it and give us a chance to win, and to ultimately come out with a win after a tough road trip up to this point was great.
18th consecutive start where Mitch Keller goes 5 or more innings. What can you say just about that consistency and the constant level of pro he's been through this season?
He has, especially, for him not getting the run support, and being able to continue to focus through that, continue to pitch his game throughout all of that. Tremendous that he's able to do that. Another quality start, being able to go out there and, can't say enough about him. He's been great.
IKF gets his first 4-for-4 game as a Pittsburgh Pirate, 8th in his career, but we say on the broadcast all the time, he's just a ball player. What did you like about his efforts out there?
Yes, he's a ball player, and, spraying line drives all over the place. The other night, hitting that ball to right center to get it past the second baseman and get it past the outfielder is extremely hard to do. That's how hard he hits it. He smoked that last one, too, up the middle. Just continues to play baseball, and big member of this team.
What went right in that 9th inning?
Moving the ball forward against a tough guy. When you look at, there's a lot of times, guy throwing that well, it's hard. He's hard to square up at, battling through and finding a way to move the ball forward. Cabrera gets a base hit, Cruz gets a base hit. Izzy smoked that ball, but then Spencer gets down 2 strikes and is able to move the ball forward. And Lee made a nice play on that. He crushed that ball. But just being able to attack and move the ball forward when we needed to.
What was going through your head when Lee made that stellar diving catch?
Oh man, I don't know if I had enough time to think, because it was hit so hard, and you just don't know right there how it's tough to turn 2 with the infield in, and Correa going back, and there's so much that goes on there. Just great by Spence to put it in play that hard and make something happen.
How nice was it to get Cruz a late at bat there? Nice to see that single.
Yeah, really good, and especially like we said against that guy, and for him to move the ball forward, leg out the single, and keep the rally going was big.
He looked good. Is all good with him? The test he went through went well, and
yeah, he was good to play today, and we'll just make sure after the game, but he's seems all good.
What do you feel like you could take away and learn from this road trip?
Oof. Oh, well, the one thing we were talking about, we're 7-8 in our last 15. Heading into the break, hard to think like that. When you're going through 6 in a row, then you lose 8. But just proud of the guys finishing the road trip today with a big W on the road against a tough closer, and looking forward for that to be a building block going into the second half.
Does this change how you look at the previous 8 games and look at this road trip as a whole?
After the win, it's so hard. When you win 6 in a row at home, we always talk about not getting too high and not getting too low. Great example of that right here. We're win the 6 at home, go on the road, lose some really tough, close games. Yesterday was really the first one that I felt like was completely out of hand. But to bounce back today, finish the road trip strong, and looking forward to the break and coming out strong in the second half.